All right, we're going live. Do a little box opening here. Just going to adjust this. It's working off the cell phone. Okay, let's see what we got here. Just doing another booster box. Keep scratching these things. This box is so nice and shiny. I had that interview with Mike the other day. Actually, I'll put that link in there. But the cool thing is this little hollow here actually has the foil that was launched into space. So, and of course, the chase cards in here, you're looking for... actually, I don't know what all the chase are. Everyone's talking about it. But it's kind of crazy. Supposed to be serial numbered cards that were actually launched with... What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these cards separate into space with the foil. So this is going to be a mess. I'll do what I can as I can. Trying to do this before the museum opens. I'll put the box aside. You can see how reflective these things are. You can literally see everything going on. Put the box over here for now. Actually, I'll put on top of this laptop. I apologize for background noise you're going to hear. Fans. One of the things, though, everyone's been talking about, no one seems to be sure, are what are the Supernova 6. Okay, let me see. Make sure you guys can see this. You know, my junk here, K2 meter, because we do paranormal stuff, a little bit of everything in here. A recorder I used last night for all these creepy dolls that were brought in. We got 16 dolls, the bulk of them which they believe are haunted. I'm just kind of do this quick and get right to, oh, that's a sweet one. I've already got one of those. They believe this is going to be one of the collectibles. Let's see if I've got enough. Just wrap as I go. Penny sleeves, there we go. Obviously we're hoping for something very collectible. Yeah, the interview with Mike the other day went well. It was a nice long one. That's a cool one. I don't think I have that one yet. My eyes are so bad. Hang on a second. Mountain Boomer. Anyway, back. Sorry. Need all my toys out so I can see it, my creepy old age. Yeah, the interview went well. It was actually a very long interview. We talked for about 2.5 hours. After I edited it down, took a lot of it out, which is just a lot of nonsense talking, and just talking about, you know, things that we did in the past and things I didn't think everyone had to hear about, you know, some of the stuff, you know, we're talking to doing. And that's a real nice one. I haven't had that one. And that one is Sparky Slushy. I'm putting all the cards back in the box so I keep tracks. I've got so many cards over the series. I mean, I was lucky enough to be brought in to MetaZoo by Mike right in the beginning with Kickstarter. Now, I obviously hadn't opened much Kickstarter, but I was getting into the game, and I'm still in the process of trying to really learn it. I kind of got some of the basics down. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, but I've got that one before. That's a beautiful card. The sharpness on these foils are just amazing. It's a new technique which Mike didn't talk about. We didn't get into it on my interview, but with Argos the day before, he was talking about different techniques and things to do. But one thing I've noticed, a lot of these boxes are very heavy, full hollows. Look at the artwork, though. I mean, it's just really nice and crisp. You got to give it to these artists. They've really always done a good job. Oh, there's a reverse. That's a cool one. The Haddock Goblin. And a lot of orbs I've noticed I've been getting too, and they're gorgeous. And orbs they like. They fit right into the world where we're. There's a Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum. One of our main things is obviously the Bigfoot sightings in the area. Sorry for banging the camera. And this building is hot, so I'm already getting sticky here. Now this is one actually I was trying to bid on, was when it was a black border card. I'm trying to get some of those in. So this is Spirit Infusion Suit. Look at that. Look how bright that is. Is that just amazing? I get pretty poor lighting here. I've got a fluorescent basically behind us here. Don't worry, I'm going to wrap these rascals. Just trying to pick up a little speed here. I've got to open the museum at 1. I'm working by myself again. That's a cool card. And that's Discord popping in the background. I don't know if there's anything worthwhile going on. That's a really cool one. I haven't got that full. And this one is Hatman. Man, my eyes are just bad today. Lack of sleep. Lack of sleep. But, yeah, so no one, everyone's kind of speculating what the chase cards are going to be. I haven't seen anyone pull a number card that I know of, so I'm curious what those will be. I guess I'm going to sleeve everything here. I'll hold off, so I don't know how many sleeves I got. But these cards are gorgeous. Unfortunately, all the events they're doing, there's none in my immediate area. We do have, Mike and I even talked about it, going to Crypticon. I mean, just look at the way they pop. It's just amazing. Water submergence. I'm not even going to bother to read the powers of the cards because I wouldn't know one from the other. But like I said, you get a chance to definitely listen to the interview. It came out well. A lot of talk about cryptids. And Mike wants to come out and go do some Bigfooting with us, which is a big deal. We have a lot of very active sightings in the area. So that's a different one. Reverse. The green fireball. But, I mean, we try to get as much as we can. Now, the weather has been incredibly hot. I mean, I think everyone's dealing with the same thing. We've just been nonstop 90 degrees in here and very humid. It makes it hot and buggy to go out and do any exploring. But we still get out when we can. I've been kind of trapped in here in the museum doing my own thing. Oh, I can't read any of these today. Static Snowstone, another full. And but we've had amazing stuff. The guys were out. Matter of fact, the day of the interview with Mike, I had a couple of guys out there. They were already out there, and I would have been out with them if it wasn't for the interview. So Mike kind of saved me. I got to stay away from the bugs and stuff for a little bit, but I need to get out there. See, these orbs are just gorgeous. And but it's important for us to document and for the YouTube channel, see what's going on. I'm trying to get back on the road, but obviously if I'm stuck here 7 days a week running a museum, that's impossible to do. Sorry, I keep on hitting the camera. Put myself in a tight space here. More reverse. I get more reverses in this deck than I did on the others. And this one is, zoom in for you guys too. Hidden Templar. But Mike's really into, he's talking about doing a book. I think he's talking about multiple books. They've got a game, a video coming out. No timeline right now on those, but he wants to do a big thing. Matter of fact, if you see the UFO magazine here, I got to send him one of those. I sent him some other documentation. He wants to become like the library of actual information out there. I've gotten a couple of these, but look at that. Is that artwork amazing? Houston Batman. I'm going to foil. I'm going to wrap these guys up, don't worry. But it was a good interview. We even talked about I was amazed about the cleverness of doing something silly as this. How he's got a lot of after sales. A lot of people complain about there's too much merchandise, there's too much stuff, it's all over. I think it's a great idea. I mean, you got to get the gameplay out, which is why you need to have lots of boxes out and the numbers up. So it's in the hands of the players, which makes the collectors aggravated because, look at that, is that neat? Aggravated because it makes they're not making the kind of money they expected to make off buy a box and turn around and it goes up 50% and that sort of thing. But that's fine. I mean, there's still stuff out there. There's still collectible things like this silly key. You want collectible things? Mike mentioned there's like 150 of these. So there you go. I mean, you're going to make huge money on something like that? No, but if you're a collector and you just want to put things aside, that's fine. So I'll foil a bunch of these here. If I keep saying foil, penny sleeve. Let me get these guys in sleeves here. But I've been doing a lot with cryptozoology, ufology, paranormal for many years. It's been an interest of mine. Even I was lucky enough as a journalist to have a boss that was willing to send me out in the field, so I actually got paid to go out and do these investigations and interviews. So it was kind of the last thing I expected to do moving down here was to find or end up at a house, an old house that had paranormal activity. I mean, it wasn't even that we discovered it was the contractors that were working there before we moved down. So we took advantage of it, started doing ghost tours, and it just kind of took off from there. Next thing you know, the Bigfoot sightings started coming in. It's just been kind of crazy. You never know where life's going to take you. This is my semi-retirement. But my plan is I'd like to get the museum up and running. We've moved to the new building. I'm just throwing the wrappers on the floor at this point. Have it kind of just run itself. This way I don't have to be around as much. I can travel and do other things. And I'm an elected official in town, so as soon as this is over, I'm done. I'm not doing that again. I'm just kind of fed up with that. And it's a terrible job. It really is. I mean, we don't get paid, first of all, so it comes out of, literally my pocket. But it's just people just don't appreciate it. They don't realize how hard you have to work and the time you have to put in dealing with budgets, employees. No, I'm not going to whine, but it's just, I'm glad I did it. Not going to do it again, unless it's for a higher office and something we do something better. But even like being a journalist these days, people, it used to be almost like a status thing. Oh, you're a journalist? Oh, that's really cool. You do this, you meet people. And now it's become something where water submerged. Yes, the same one I got before. Almost like a negative thing, a negative attitude people have towards it. And I have friends that are still in the business up north, and they're saying I got out at the right time. And so now I'm running a Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum, and because of Mike, I got into MetaZoo. It's the only game we sell in the museum. That's a beautiful card. Look at that. Dragon Rise. I hope I get one of these. I think I got one last box. We're probably about halfway at this point. I'm probably going to have to get sleeves. I don't think I have enough sleeves here, of course. I'm going to be manhandling these cards and the camera. we got one of those, didn't we? But we're getting more reverses in this box than I did the first one already. I think the other one I only got, I think it was 5 altogether. Now I'm curious, I heard rumor that some reverses might be part of the collectible 6. I don't know if that's true. There's so many rumors out there you can never tell. But that's a gorgeous card. Look at that. Cryptic Busters. Unfortunately, all I got in were blister packs, which I should have some over here. Let me see. That's when I opened. That's when I opened. Here's one here I didn't open. But apparently there's 4. I'll go grab in the other room. 4 different cards going by what I've seen. So you've got the UFO. Here's the UFO, which is really cool. And then you've got the Foo Fighters, this, and the T-Rex. So those seem to be the ones for, as far as I know, this is another one. That's all I've seen in my stuff. But I got in blister packs and booster boxes. Due to limited funds at the museum, I got to, order shirts and mugs and stickers and buttons and bobbleheads. Yep, we even got bobbleheads. And Bigfoot too. A little bit of everything here. Gonna make the people happy when they come in. Something unique. T-shirts are a big seller for us. Obviously what we have is exclusive to us. This is gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Is that just amazing how foiling just really pops? I know, someone's going to yell at me for not wrapping these suckers. Someone's in here, that's what they said. Throwing stuff on the floor, making a mess. This is pretty cool. I'm still learning the cards as I go. But we're setting up for some of our events, Paracons. We're finally getting back to that. I sent out cards, some information to people that are book authors, vendors, see who wants to come and participate. Hopefully we can get some kind of a MetaZoo presence there too. But maybe we can actually get some gameplay. That'd be fun. But yeah, there's museum's been in existence, so I guess around 7 years now. Started, we had it originally in the house, the old historic house I bought as my retirement house. And like I said, next we end up doing ghost tours, and we kind of spun into a museum. The Bigfoot sightings are the thing that really brought everyone in. Then we had a woman had a sighting the block behind us, Tiffany Merrill. That was January the 8th, 2016, 5 o'clock in the morning. She's on the phone with her mother discussing who was going to take her 5-year-old daughter Bella to kindergarten, and obviously trying to get mom to do it. And she hears this noise in the woods behind her house, looks out the back window, which happened to be her kitchen window, and sees this large bipedal creature quickly moving through the forest behind her house. Freaks out. Her mom's going, "What's the matter?" thinking it's an intruder. And she explains to her mother what she's seen. She says, "Call Steve around the corner. He knows about these things." And of course, the daughter didn't know me, so her mom called me. There you go. That's a car I love. Put that one up here. And that's how it all kind of started. I ended up interviewing her that day. That went national. Local newspaper picked up on it. Then the News and Observer out of Raleigh came out and they did a piece that brought in, that went national. It brought in MTV, Travel Channel, went on coast to coast. Just really got everything started here. And I had people, yeah, that's another good one, see. I believe that's supposed to be, because see it's different than this one. Sign up, there's more than 2 or whatever. I'm hearing rumors it might actually be a totally different one there, but we think that's one of the possible collectible ones or special 6. But so that's how it all kind of started. Then I had, little by little, more and more people started coming forward, telling us their stories. A handful allowed me to record them, like Tiffany was the first. And then we had another sighting up around the corner, or actually back right around the corner from her house, but around the corner from our house, the museum, which of course you get flack for. What are the odds someone's going to see Bigfoot behind the Cryptozoology Museum? But that's why the museum's there. You don't build a fishing dock where the fish aren't, so. And so it just took off from there. That just brought more in. Then we had Jesse Walker had a sighting up around the corner. He's the one, if you've seen that video where the guy actually is crying. Guys, I'm trying to read your comments. I apologize. They're disappearing by the time I pick up my magnifying glass. I should have done this on the... I'll read them at the end and go back through. I apologize. I'm catching bits and pieces. But yeah, Jesse Walker actually cried through the interview, so that went on coast to coast again. I mean, we're just having one thing after another. There's this one here. Projection Valley Monster. I'm not familiar with that one. I think we might have had that one in the past. I'm not looking for any numbers or anything. I guess I should be. I'm really notorious for going through these things and missing everything. But yeah, that's how I got started. I mean, like I said, this was not my plan. My plan was to come down here, semi-retire. You know, actually, I really wanted to do, since I'm doing a lot of filming and documentary, I mean, I have real equipment. I mean, you can see it's all over the place here. There's shirts laying on it, tripods, bags, everywhere. And most of the time I film off a phone, which is kind of silly. But wanted to travel. That's a cool one. Actually, that's a nice reverse. And hit like Route 66. I mean, go to Roswell, New Mexico, which I would have loved if I was paying attention to Discord ahead. I would have done my best to get down there for the MetaZoo event. Could have been, you know, killed 2 birds with 1 stone and done filming and interviews there and stuff. But you miss it. And you got too much going here. That's why I have to. Can't run for office again. I just don't have the time to do that sort of stuff, you know. These cards are just brilliant. Very shiny. All right, we just got a few decks left. A few left. But if Mike watches this, you can see I'm going to send you one of these UFO magazines. I just found another one online, which is very hard to find, so. And so I want to keep one for the museum, obviously. It talks about the South Hill, which I'm putting up here. The South Hill incident, which is a UFO craft that was seen in 1967. This is even though this magazine is 68. I believe it was 67 when the incident happened. State police were involved. And oh, look at that. That's a cool. Actually, I got one of these the other day. I think this is one of the real chase cards. The one I got, I did a bid they did at the... missed your thing again, but something was going on at Roswell. It was to charity and sorry. Yeah, it's a good looking card. I love this. But the other ones, they had the spoilers, which had UFO on. I got one of those, and they're talking about signing it. I said, yeah, sure. And they go, well, yeah, I don't know if you want us to sign this. This is a valuable card. And I saw one of these. Once again, people like me talking about the secondary market. But one of these with the UFO embossed on it sold for just shy. I think it's $379, something like that, on eBay. So, but these seem to be going for close to $99 on an average. So I'll put that one aside too. But these decks have got a lot so far. So far, everything I've gotten. I got no spell books to. I have to get some of those in, I guess. But Got to sell some of the UFO first. I've been selling mostly, my biggest seller on the MetaZoo. I sell boxes, sold some boxes yesterday, but I'm not a card store. Or the individual packs. I sell the packs, and we sell a lot of those. And people seem to enjoy the heck out of that. Another beautiful card. And this one is, boy, it sucks being old. Falmore? I don't know what the hell it is. I was telling Mike the other day, I've actually had to, even though I'm into cryptozoology, have been for years, because of his game, so many creatures have popped up, so many beasties, and I've had to actually go look them up, and so have some of my employees. Okay, 2 packs left. And we're talking about maps and stuff, and one of the things he mentioned, because I have one of his original maps up on the wall here. You see all kinds of stuff on my walls. There you go, the tattooed lady. But we mentioned, I'd like to help him with a map. And then when he mentioned the map in black, I said, oh, that's right, I was supposed to talk to this guy. He sent me one, and we're going to sell him in the museum. I just got to touch base, so something else I got to talk to him. And which is an amazing, amazing map. I mean, I got our museum listed, but it's really well done. But anyway, trying to give credit where credit is due. But in the process of moving to this new building, I've got stuff all over the place. I mean, it's just a mess. That's a cool one. Crower. All right. I like the colors on that, though. 1 pack left. So far, I've been fairly organized. I just gotta sleeve all these things because I didn't bring enough sleeves out. I got tons of them. They're just in the other room. Last pack. Let's see what we got. Then I gotta clean up my mess. Oh, I think we got one of these. Just before. Yep, Mountain Boomer. We got some good stuff here. Put these cards away. We sleeve what I deem to be the better cards for myself. I think that one's a really killer card. Foo Fighters just going back to being what they used to refer to as these UFOs back in the day when the fighter pilots were up. And here just being UFO and us being into evil winds. But that's just a really nice card. I just like it's got the kind of creepy feel to it. Coloration is great. But anyway, so the easy way to do is count the reverses. So how many we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 reverses. 2 more than I got last time. But that's a lot of falls. I mean, here I got to sleeve these. I know you can see I got the coins in here from these are I think some of the better coins I've ever seen too. I just love the UFO stuff. UFOs, even something Mike said, it's one of those things that's kind of appealing to everybody. So I mean, it fits right in. But I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching the old sweaty guy open a bunch of cards. Guys, have any ideas and stuff you'd like to see us do? Just post it below. And thanks a lot. Everyone, be good to each other. Thank you. Bring you back. Oh, here, look at the mess on the floor. There's the LGS box. Still digging through that. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to stop the live feed. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?